Good morning, dear students. Let us continue with the properties. 7 properties I have already explained you. Now coming to the 8th property. Children, it is Pythagorean triplets. Already, children, you are aware of this term Pythagoras theorem or property. You know, children, where hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Using the same concept, children, here we are going to study about the set of 3 numbers which form Pythagorean triplet. According to that property, children, 3 natural numbers m, n and p are said to form a Pythagorean triplet if m square plus n square is equal to p square, where this p square will be nothing but hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. We are supposing this as hypotenuse, base and perpendicular. For any natural number, for every natural number, children, where m is greater than 1, it is like the triplets are 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. Got it? The 3 triplets, the set of 3 numbers which form Pythagorean triplet will be, one will be 2m, the other number in that set will be m square minus 1 and the third will be m square plus 1. Okay? As a Pythagorean triplet they form. For example, if we take m is equal to 4, I told you, I have already mentioned m should be greater than 1. So when m is equal to 4, children, value of 2m will be what? 2m will be 2 into 4, that is 8. Value of m square minus 1 will be what? M square is 4 square minus 1, that is 16 minus 1, which is equal to 15. And m square plus 1, 4 square plus 1, 16 plus 1, that is 17. So children, 8, 15 and 17 are Pythagorean triplets. If you want, you can check, children. It will always be 17 square will be equal to 15 square plus 8 square. You can verify your calculation. Okay, because this is a set of Pythagorean triplets, so definitely the largest number, the biggest number, 17 square will be equal to 15 square plus 8 square. Let us take another example. If m is equal to 5, again m is greater than 1. So when we are putting this m equal to 5 in the Pythagorean triplet set, that is 2m, m square 1 and m square plus 1, will have 2m is equal to 2 into 5, that is 10. M square minus 1 is equal to m square minus 1, that is 25 minus 1, which is equal to 24. And m square plus 1 is equal to 5 square plus 1, which is equal to 25 plus 1, that is 26. So 10, 24 and 26 are Pythagorean triplets. Got it? So here what, children? That means these 3 set of numbers will form Pythagorean triplets, which will follow that property, Pythagoras property, according to which hypotenuse square will be equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So please remember, 3 natural numbers m and p are said to form a Pythagorean triplet if m square plus n square is equal to p square. Got it? So this is very important property, children, which we will be using in the exercise. Next, coming to the 9th property, it is between 2 consecutive square numbers. Between 2 consecutive square numbers means, for example, 3 square and 4 square. Consecutive number for 3 is 4. That is n square and n plus 1. N square is any number if you take 3. Next number will be what, children? 3 plus 1, that is 4. If you take 5, 5 plus 1, that will be 6. So remember, between 2 consecutive square numbers, n square and n plus 1, there are 2n non-perfect square numbers. There are 2n non-perfect square numbers. 2n is, n is what, children? The smaller number. So 2n means 2 into n. For example, between 3 square and 4 square. 3 square is how much? 9. 4 square is 16. So between them, children, how many numbers are there? See, just check. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Between them. We will not include 9 and 16. Between them it is total 6 numbers. So if you directly follow the formula, children, that is 2n, you are getting 2 into 3, that is 6 numbers only. Here it is very easy because 3 square and 4 square smaller number. So you are hardly getting 6 number. If you take 25 square and 26 square, there will be many numbers, 50 numbers between. So it will be very difficult for you to write and count. So therefore, in such cases, we directly use the formula 2n is equal to 2 into 3, that is 6, where n is equal to 3 and n plus 1 is equal to 4. Understood? Now, the next one, last one, children, the identity, 10th property I have named it as. It will be used for finding the square of numbers. So, please learn these identities. It is a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b square is equal to a square plus 2b square minus 2ab. Okay, so with this we wind up here today. In tomorrow's class we will be starting with the exercise, children. Please go through all the properties properly and revise. Thank you. Stay blessed.